Hey, welcome to Hoarders Game Show. I'm your host, Rebecca Kaplan. If you don't know what this is, like, if you landed here by mistake or by random chance or by following a link that someone sent you, never click on links if you don't know what they are, because, you know, they could be like a weird game show or something. This is Hoarders Game Show. I made this show because I think it's unfair that the TV show Hoarders craps on hoarders, so I decided to make a pro-hoarding show. My guests will be shown a series of items from my bedroom, and they will get to tell me what they think I should do with it, whether like throw it away, keep it, donate it, or something, and they'll get 1 point if I agree with their answer, but I want to keep everything in my room. So my guests tonight are Max Marcus and Rachel Buhman, two comedy people. Whoa. They're we're gonna look through some stuff on the floor. I don't want to give anything away, but I will admit that I did pre-record this, and I have like lightly edited it. But let's, like, you know, the commenting is live, baby. I'm gonna be watching this with you, and if you have any thoughts, we'll discuss it. Also, as discussed in this episode, if somebody does know how to run a Windows 98 emulator on a Mac computer, please let me know. I have like a stack of CDs from my childhood that I would love to be able to play again. What was your favorite video game when you were a kid? Please tell me. I love other people's nostalgia. And you know, if I don't know. I think it's like interesting how like some people like played video games from like the early 90s, like late 80s, even if they aren't in that age demographic, because like video games are expensive and you got like hand-me-downs or whatever. I don't know. Speaking of that, apropos of absolutely nothing, if you enjoy my work, I have a Patreon, and you can support us $1 a month if you want to. No pressure. But yeah, if you do want to support me on Patreon, the link is in this, like, I'm in like the YouTube thingy. And you'll get access to exclusive content, like early access to stuff, or like whatever. Or maybe you don't care about those things, but that's okay. I still appreciate support. And if you want to support me for $0, you can like do so by clicking subscribe on the YouTube thingy below. Please don't unsubscribe. If you're already subscribed to my channel, please don't click unsubscribe. But yeah, if you also want to click like on this video, that would be awesome. It helps the algorithm, I think. I know it helps the algorithm. I'm like pretending I'm to be less confident in things than I actually am. Is it charming, or do I just sound like I don't know what I'm talking about? Who knows? I guess you could also, again, for $0, support me by following me on social media at Rebecca T. Kaplan on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, or like Rizzle if you have a Rizzle, but I don't know. But yeah, and that's it. Get ready for this show that's about to start. Thanks. Hi, welcome to Hoarders Game Show. I'm here with Max Marcus and Rachel Buhman. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Max. I'm a comedian out in Brooklyn, and I'm a sidekick on a news show called News for Women. I just put out an acting reel. So if you have any acting parts, I'm really good at acting.
I'm Rachel Buhman. I am a writer out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. So hit me up in, well, not now.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for joining us, Rachel and Max. This is Hoarders Game Show, which I made this show because I think it's unfair that the TV show Hoarders craps on hoarders. I think that, so I created this pro-hoarding show. I'll show them a series of items from my room. They'll tell me whether they think I should keep them or get rid of them. And I will give them 1 point if I agree with their answer. But I want to keep everything because things are amazing. And if they win nothing. There's no prize, just the satisfaction of knowing that your views aligned up the most with like I don't know. Anyway, are you guys ready to get started?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm ready.
I am so ready.
Awesome. Okay, so in round one, each of my contestants will be shown one thing and they'll tell me what they think I should do with it. So we're going to start with Max. This is a stack of old computer games. This is The Sims 2. And oh, look, it's Freddy. It's Freddy Fish. And I think I've got Pajama Sam, Thunder and Lightning. What should I do with these?
I think you should keep all of them. I don't even need to see the rest of them. I think old games are cool. And if you ever find a way to actually play them again, it'll be worth having.
Yeah, I mean, right now I have no way to play these games. They're literally just like physical memories.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, as long as they're not like scratched and they're in good enough condition, you can play them again. But I guess even if some are scratched, it's still cool just to have the container. So I'm all for keeping them and just trying to find a way to play them.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, they're in playable condition if I had a Windows 98 computer. Yeah. If anybody watching this knows how to play a Windows 98, I really liked this game. What the heck it's Elroy Goes Bugzerk.
I've never heard of that one. What's that game?
It had like a story, like this boy's name is Elroy, and like the point of the game was to help him like find something or like whatever. I don't really remember, to be honest, but it had some like cool animations, and there's this like thing that I guess was like a precursor for a droid or like a drone, I mean. Oh yeah.
Do you have the disc? It doesn't look like the disc's in there.
Oh yeah, the discs are in another container. They're in one of those, like, you know, those things where you like flip through the discs. They're in one of those. I mean, I guess, to be honest, one thing I could do to like get rid of some clutter would be to put the discs back in the original cases and throw out the thing that's currently holding the discs.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that because I also feel sentimental about the thing that's holding the discs.
I think I would definitely put them back before if you were going to choose between throwing something out, I would move them back over and toss. I agree with that. But I think you can just as easily not do that and just keep the empty container.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep I never even played this game. Yeah. But I still want to keep it. Anyway, all right.
I think keep it all.
I am going to keep it all. Rachel, do you agree with Max's answer?
Yeah, I do.
I don't care what you think. Max gets the point. Yeah, these games are not going anywhere. Okay, cool. Okay, Rachel, going into round one, your object is this is like a fortune cookie and a bunch of sauce packets from my parent. Last March I had the flu, and my parents ordered me some Chinese food, and they drove it to my apartment. And I didn't eat the fortune cookies because I was like, the world is ending. This feels like a bad omen. And I like felt like there was something like cool about saving the fortune cookies. But I have actually eaten all of last month I ate all of them except for this one. What should I do?
I don't know if fortune cookies expire. And having gotten food poisoning, I wouldn't want to bet on that. But I would say that what I would do is I would have a dinner or open the fortune cookie, toss the cookie away, read the fortune, keep the fortune, toss everything else.
Okay, I don't think that fortune cookies have an expiration date, and I'm going to eat the cookie right now and let all of you know what the fortune is. Okay. But what should I do with these sauce packets?
Toss them.
No, I'm going to keep them.
What? They're weighing you down. Sauce is weighing you down right now. How heavy does your hand feel?
Feels okay. I don't think that these sauce packets go bad either, but I will make some attempt to use them in the next 3 months because I guess they might go bad. I don't know. They probably there's probably some limit, but I'm going to eat this cookie right now.
Yeah. All right. I hope the best for you in eating this cookie.
Thank you. Sorry. So the fortune said this weekend will bring you a surprise. And then it's encouraging me to visit a website called secondfortune.com to get another fortune. What do you think the weekend will bring me?
I think that surprises, what could surprises be? Like a lovely rainbow that just kind of lightly touches your shoulder, and or food poisoning is another surprise. It could be food poisoning.
Max, what do you think?
Maybe you finally find a way to play those games. That might be a cool surprise.
Okay, if anybody knows how to set up a Windows 98 emulator on a Mac computer, hit me up.
You could also go on the site and maybe find a better fortune, and that could be the surprise.
I think the very concept of summoning up a fortune at will angers me, because the point of the fortunes is that you only get them when you get Chinese food.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw away this scrap of paper now. I don't like it. I don't like
that. And also, if you can search up fortunes, then basically you're just choosing the fortune you want, which is kind of cool in the you choose your destiny, but also kind of
Yeah, I think that's some BS. Rachel, I'm going to give you half a point because I half agree with that. You didn't tell me to eat the cookie and I ate it anyway. So yeah, but I agree with you in spirit that I should have gotten rid of the cookie one way or another. Okay, was that a fair judgment? I don't care. But okay, cool. I'm gonna throw this away now, and then we'll move into round 2.
Sounds good.
You guys can start thinking about where you want to go. There's some options are the floor in front of my bed, been going through that. And then my desk, there's some a bunch of clutter on it. Where we were going through the tchotchkes on my bookshelf last week. Okay, Max, what do you want to do?
I think the floor always sounds like a fun option.
Okay.
What do you think, Rachel?
I think I put my best stuff on the floor, so let's go there.
Okay, let's do it. We'll move into round 2, the floor in front of my bed. Just give me some time to move my setup. You guys can also keep talking if you want. You don't have to be silent.
Oh, yeah. Will this make it into the episode, or will this be cut from
say
floor?
Something funny, sure.
So Max, this is going to be cut. Is what's happening.
Yeah. No, as a fan of the show, I do. I my money's usually on the floor. I'm a fan of I'm a fan of that. I wish I had more. I wish I had more floor in my room.
So you could put more stuff on it.
Yeah.
What would you put on your floor if you had more space?
It's a good question. I might have more clothes just laying around.
That's what I do.
That's probably the main one. I have my clothes just stacked on top of a really cheap dress. Like, I don't even know if you can call it a dresser, but I then also keep my socks in shoe boxes. And then, yeah, I don't have a lot of space.
Max, that's so sad that you keep everything in shoe boxes.
Just socks. But I have I have one box for shoe box for the ankle socks and one shoe box for the longer socks.
I was gonna say, you can get like for $3 just a little like tub at Target or something, just like a little basket. And then it's not a shoe box.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess I could put the basket on top of the dresser instead of 2 shoe boxes.
Yeah. You're like a comedian that's really like making it work in New York. You can afford a Target basket, I feel.
Yeah, well, I'm making it work in some ways, and in more realistic sense, I'm like very much on unemployment.
I mean, I think that why buy a piece of plastic if his shoebox method is working? Plastic will never degrade. Anyway, let's move into round 2. So my contestants have decided to go through the floor. I'm just going to, so Max, you're going to get 2 minutes on the clock to go through the items on my floor starting now. Okay, this is a bottle of cork renewal. It's like a product that's supposed to help glue Birkenstock shoes back together.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already, yeah, I mean, if you have, do you have any shoes that need to be put back together?
I have Birkenstock shoes that I tried to use this on last summer. It didn't work that well, but I might try again.
I think maybe try it one more time, and if it still doesn't work, then maybe get rid of it and try to find something else that can put shoes together.
Okay, I agree. I'm gonna put it on this shelf thing for a second. This is one glove that I lost the other pair of, and I didn't put it back where the other gloves go because I don't know.
Is the other one like definitely gone like out in the world, or might it be somewhere in like your house?
No, I definitely lost it, but I have like a similar glove that I could pair it with.
That's close enough. I would just keep it.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to put it back where it belongs. That's 2 points so far. This is one of those like penny wrappers that you take to the bank.
Yeah. I would keep that. Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, I'm going to fill it with pennies and take it to the bank.
Yeah, that's a good use for it.
Then this is a bunch of pennies.
As long as you have the wrapper, you should keep that. Those
Okay.
pennies.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them both and put them in my penny jar.
That's a good idea.
This is the cover for a thermometer, and then this is the thermometer.
Oh yeah, definitely keep a thermometer. I mean, that's
yeah,
that's
but the battery like stopped working, I think. And oh wait, no, it still works.
yeah.
Oh wait, no, that was the timer. Yeah, yeah, the battery stopped working on this, and I think there might not be a way to change it.
That might be the one thing I would toss.
Okay, yeah, I agree, and I think they're doing like an electronic waste safe disposal thing in my neighborhood next week. So I'm not just going to say I'm going to clear this away. I'm actually going to put it in that bin of things that I'm taking to that, and then I'm going to get rid of it. So let's see. So you got one. Wait, sorry. The glove, the penny wrapper, the pennies. I'm sorry. How many objects was that?
I don't know. What was the first thing? The shoe thing.
Oh yeah,
the glue
thing, the glove, the thermometer. I think you got like 5 points for this round, plus your first point. So you're moving on to round 3 with 6 points.
Okay.
How does that make you feel?
It feels really good.
Cool. All right, I'm going to take these couple of things and put them back where they belong.
Okay. Is that just on the floor?
No, I'm putting them away in my penny jar.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'll be right back.
You got rid of the thermometer.
Yeah.
You couldn't defend that one.
No, if there's a way to change the batteries, maybe. But if you can't change the batters, I mean the pennies and the paper that you can put pennies in just seems like such a match made in heaven. That's like
Also, I would never get rid of money.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love that like broke college student mentality. Someday I'll have 25 pennies and that makes a quarter, and then I'll get a quarter and I'll do laundry.
Right. Well, for anyone watching this, you should know that there's a federal law that it's illegal to throw away pennies. So,
Is there?
Yeah, there is. Rachel, we're going into round 2. We're going to continue going through the objects on the floor in front of my bed. You're getting 2 minutes on the clock starting right now. This is a bag of candy. It's like really cheap, like garbage candy that I used to host a show, like an in-person show. So this bag of candy is over a year old, and we would give away free candy at the show. But I ate all of the candy out of the bag that I'm interested in eating. The rest is not vegetarian, so I'm not going to eat it.
Is it hard candies or chocolates?
Yeah, it's hard candies.
Okay. Are you going to be doing the show ever again?
That's a harsh question.
Do you have aspirations of doing a show where you hand out candy again?
I don't know if people are going to be willing to accept free candy anymore with like COVID times. That's
right. That's sad. Oh my gosh. Do you like think about that whenever you see the candy?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's like, fun times bringing a bag of candy around. But I think that if I could find somebody who would be willing to eat the candy, that would probably be better.
I think you should do that. I think you should find a friend or somebody who would enjoy some candy and be like, here's a bag of candy, and it'll make their day.
Okay, I agree. I'm going to give the candy away. Next, this is like a bag of rubber bands, and I didn't realize this, but rubber bands can actually go bad, and I have no intention of using these rubber bands.
I think that you should, no one's going to take those though. I don't know that there's a place that would take those. It's not like a high need for donations. So maybe you just keep them, and then you enjoy, I enjoy snapping them apart when they go bad.
Oh my God, I do really enjoy that. Rachel, you're out of time. I'm actually not going to give you a point for that answer because I have already, I made a post on a Buy Nothing group in my neighborhood saying, does anybody want a bag of rubber bands? And I found a taker for it. So I'm going to give it to that person because you are wrong, Rachel. Somebody does want rubber bands.
Oh, no.
And I took 10 minutes this morning and I pulled all of the bad ones out of the bag and I snapped them open because that's very satisfying.
Can you can you hook me up to them? Because I have a bag of rubber bands that I will also never use.
I think you live in Minneapolis, right?
Yeah, I'd have to mail it. I'd have to FedEx or something.
Maybe you could join your local Buy Nothing group.
That's true.
Or you could just let the rubber bands that you have go bad and then enjoy snapping them open.
That's my current course.
All right. Well, thank you. Put that over there. Rachel, you're moving forward with, you have 2.5 points. So Max is well ahead. But we did take a lot longer to go over that thing.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I think that was a fair answer. But okay, we're gonna move into the speed round. Do you want to stay on the floor, or do you guys want to go to a different area?
What do you think?
I think that I want to kind of see the tchotchke area.
Okay, you want to do some tchotchkes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
All right, let's do it. I'm just going to give you a quick visual of what it looks like, and then I'm just going to bring some of the things onto the floor here. Can you see that shelf?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to grab some things from there. Okay, we're going into round 3, going over the tchotchkes on my bookshelf. Max, you're up first. You're getting 1 minute on the clock starting right now. Max, this is 20 free Dunkin' Donuts coffees that I like.
Are they expired?
I don't think they have an expiration date, but that's a great question.
I would keep them unless they're expired.
Yeah, but they came from like my parents like went to a bat mitzvah like in 2013 or something, and like one of my cousins like owns a Dunkin' Donuts, and he just like gave every guest one of these, and then a lot of people didn't use them, and my mom just like took a bunch of them, and so like we started with like 100, and these are the last two. I've given some of them away, but at this point in my life I've drinking so much like black Dunkin' Donuts coffee that I can't stomach the thought of drinking anymore. It's such bad coffee.
I would keep them, but if they're sentimental, I maybe like tape them on your wall.
You would tape this? Like this has like monetary value to it.
But you're not going to use them, and if you've had them since 2013.
Max, obviously I should give them to a stranger. Bad. I'm gonna give them away. But actually, I think at first I should make sure that they aren't actually expired before I give them away.
Yeah, especially if they're from 2013. Have people used them like since 2013 and like 2018 even?
I gave them to a friend. I'm not sure when the last time I don't know, but they definitely don't have an expiration date written on it.
They probably don't. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would my bad if they did expire. Okay, Max doesn't get any points, so Rachel, you have a chance to redeem yourself.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting 1 minute on the clock starting right now. This is my broken old cell phone that I think I didn't throw it away because I think there might be like some pictures on it that I'm not like positive that I have another copy of.
Can you plug it into your computer and access the photos that way, or is it damaged?
I can try to charge it and turn it on.
Yeah, because if you can hook it up to your computer, then you can download the pictures onto your computer, and then you can recycle that with the thermometer after.
Okay, that's a good idea. 1 point for Rachel. Rachel, this is a compass.
Yeah, and it works.
I mean, I don't know how to tell if it doesn't work. It's moving.
I feel like that's really cool, and you could like pretend you're an adventurer sometimes with it, and so I would keep it.
Okay, I agree. Rachel, this is you're out of time, but we'll go through this last object. This is a bottle of like fountain ink pen for like a feather quill that I have.
Do you still have the quill?
Yeah. Hold on. By the way, I would like to say that people have think that people that have a lot of things are disorganized, but I'm not. I know exactly where everything in my room is. Did I not just get this feather pen immediately?
Yeah, you walked directly to it and came directly back. You knew where it was. And it's cool. You need to keep it because that's cool. And I don't know that ink goes bad, but even still, you should keep it.
Okay, I agree.
That's the conversation piece.
This pen actually got really dusty. I didn't know that a feather could get dusty, but it now my laptop is covered in dust. So that's anyway, I agree. So I think that was 4 points. So you had a total of 2.5 points. So you've ended with 6.5 points. And I think, Max, how many points did you have?
I don't know. Did I have 5 or 6 going into this round?
I think you had 6.
And I think I got 1. So I guess I'd be at 7.
Wait, you're at 7?
I don't know. I mean, if I had 6 going into it, I think I only got 1 point this round.
I don't think you got any points.
Oh, did I not? Oh, you're right. I didn't get any points this round. Oh, so I guess I am at 6.
So Rachel's ahead by 0.5 point. Do you guys want to do one more sudden death, very quick round?
Sure.
I'll just we'll just go through, like, we can alternate the rest of the objects in this little box. Rachel, this is a booklet of matches from El Quijote restaurant.
What does El Quijote restaurant mean to you?
I think that like this is like a booklet of matches that like my grandparents liked keeping matches because, you know, saves you a couple of cents on buying matches.
Yeah. correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks kind of cool, the design on the outside. Is it?
Yeah, they like used to put more like thought into like designing these. I have like a ton of matchbooks in a jar that my great grandparents collected.
I think you should see if that can fit in that jar.
Okay, I guess I will do that. All right, 1 point for Rachel. Max, this is a bunch of address labels with my grandmother's name on it.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like it's sentiment. I would keep that.
Okay, I agree. Rachel, this is a little bear that used to be on a hair tie that I had when I was like 5. And I just think that these bears are really, really cute.
They are really, really cute. And I feel like that there are endless possibilities of how you can use and incorporate that into your house, your room, and you could put on another hairband. I feel like that's like a rainy day craft waiting.
I would never use this in a craft, but yes, I am going to keep it. Max, this is a tile that belongs to a game that it's not in the box with the rest of the pieces. I'm going to keep it, but I'm just going to put it away right now. You don't get this decision in that. Sorry. What do you want to say something?
I was going to ask if you still had the rest of the game.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think that's the move to put it in. What game is that?
It's like an old game from like the 1960s where like you were supposed to put these like little tiles in like a pegboard and like make designs.
That's cool. Yeah, I would keep that.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it, but I'll put it away. Rachel, these are some of my grandmother's bobby pins.
You can always use bobby pins. I'd keep that.
Okay, I agree. And I have a box full of bobby pins that I'm gonna put these away in. Okay, so I don't know. I think you're both roughly tied, and you're both winners in the game, although that doesn't mean anything. How do you feel?
That's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you accomplished anything?
Yeah. I think as a team we accomplished a lot.
Yeah, I see Max and I as more of a team than competitors at this point.
Yeah, we put a couple of things away.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll use that feather quill pen, even though I've like literally never used it before. All right, cool. Thank you for joining us on Hoarders Game Show. If you enjoyed this episode, please click like and subscribe and join us again next week. Rachel, where can people find you? And do you have any upcoming projects?
Ooh, you can find me at Rachel Buhman on Instagram and Twitter. Upcoming projects, nothing that I can announce at this point. Stuff in the works, but nothing to announce.
So mysterious. Max, where can people find you? And do you have any?
Yeah, people can find me on Max Marcus Comedy on all social media. I'm putting out more skits on YouTube, which is also Max Marcus Comedy. I'm going to be on, let me figure out the name of it exactly. I'm going to be on a comedy festival online that's called AMG Comedy. I'll be performing Monday at like 7 something. So if you can figure out where to get tickets for that, or reach out to me on social media and I'll send you a ticket link.
Did you say Monday?
Yes, this upcoming Monday.
This episode will air the day after that.
Okay. Well, they should still find me on social media. And I'm putting out skits. And I have a podcast called The Max Cast, which Rebecca was on. So you should listen to her on that and the other people who've been on it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for playing. Please follow Max and Rachel on social media. I'm going to put their things in the YouTube description. Once again, please click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. If you're already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please don't click unsubscribe. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.